everyone, welcome back to the channel. So you've all clicked on this video, I guess, to find out why I am considering buying a CRF 300 Rally again after having one previously, and there's a few reasons for that really. Here's a couple of little clips of me riding my previous one when I was at a very beginner level green laning. I learnt a lot more when I had the Tenere 700 last year for a couple of months and fell back in love with it. So the story basically goes like this. Way. This is what I'm sort of just worried about. The suspension's that soft. I'm getting a bit more of an handle now on what the little Rally will go over and what it struggles on. Hello. Hey, you alright? No worries. Oh, I'll tell you what, get you fit this. Wow, interesting. Here's the advantage of the Rally now. So I've just been green laning and now I'm in relatively comfort, apart from the seat, on the way home. I've described the Rally as like water flowing through a stream. A good all-round bike, dual sport. I really understand the meaning of it now. Wow, that is spectacular. I had a CRF 300 Rally after a string of adventure motorcycles like the KTM 390 Adventure, 1200 GS, Himalayan, etc. and other GSAs. So, when I had the CRF 300 Rally, I enjoyed it. I didn't quite enjoy green laning because it was just a little bit different. It was a little bit of getting my head around, riding on green lanes, which basically unsealed roads for those that are not from the UK, gravel, etc., legal roads or byways that you can ride on, which are an absolutely amazing way of seeing the countryside. So I went back to road riding for a bit, had an 1150 GSA, which is an absolute dream, struggled with my shoulder, which has been ongoing, which is why I didn't get to do tons of miles on that, unfortunately. Recently sold the 1150 GSA, I'm gutted, but yeah, we have to do these things in life, which has led to my shoulder massively improving, which I didn't expect, which completely surprised me really. So the shoulder's massively improved. I'm managing to exercise, I'm managing to do a bit of running, which was good. I've done 6 miles of walking today, 8 miles yesterday and 10 miles the day before, and I'll put another 10 miler in tomorrow. Hopefully soon I can start going to the gym, which is massively going to help matters. So that's a little bit of backstory. Last year I had the T7 briefly. I bought it for my dad. It didn't work out. It was too tall for him with his prostate cancer and just too much. I got him a Honda NX500 instead, sold that, and that's worked out a treat, which is what he's taken to Norway. Yeah, keep that in mind, Norway. Right, so here's the fun bit. When I had the Tenere, I'd been watching loads of Adam Ryman's videos. I learned a lot. And I really enjoyed the green laning, confidence and all that, and I always fancied doing something like that. I'm older now, wiser, a bit more experienced on bikes, understand myself a bit more, as we all do. I've learned a lot about myself over the past few years, and I'm looking forward to a fresh new challenge. I'm going to get a Honda CRF 300 Rally or 690 Enduro R for my dual sport riding, adventure motorcycling with dad on the road to Norway and staying in hotels. I've rolled a few bikes out, and why? I've rolled the Cove out, just on a personal level. I've rolled the 390 Adventure R out because of the exhaust, because I know it's cost saving for KTM, but I don't want to be limited by where I can take the bike. If I have to do a stream crossing or something and I'm on my own, I don't want to have to be dewatering a bike. I'll try and get water out of an engine, change oil. I just want something with a high exhaust where I can just zip on through. Right, so that leaves you with two bikes then, in my mind. CRF 300L or Rally. Two models of the same family, or the 690 Enduro R. I'm leaning towards the Rally again, just for the extra wind protection and lowering the cost because I've not got to buy a fairing. I'll do the suspension, which then brings us on to cost. So this is the big thing for this year and next year's plan. I have to think about the cost. If I go laying out 14,000 quid on a 690 Enduro R, it's going to be amazing for my road riding and dual sport riding and stuff, and it's got all the suspension you could ever want and all the power you could ever want, but that comes with vibration with it being a 690, and then the cost of that, even trying to do it cheap, you're still looking at the thick part of 10 grand if I buy a second hand one, or 14 grand if I buy new to do the raid fairing, AXP engine guard, seat concept seat and a few other little bits, handguards and that. Whereas with the Honda, I could buy a second hand one again, 5.5 grand, say there or thereabouts, or do one at 6.6, do the suspension, say 2 grand with a seat, depending on what suspension unit I get, and you're only at 8 to 8,500 quid. So I've saved £6,000, which covers either the cost of all the Norway trip, if I looked at it like that with Dad. There's a few different ways of looking at it, however you decide to split the cake or pie or whatever comparison you're using. So that's that aspect. And I just think the Honda as well, it's smooth. I've had one before. I enjoyed it on the road. I found it quite fun and engaging. Although at the time I decided to move back to the bigger bikes, I actually missed the 300 Rally a little bit, just with the way my shoulder is. It was a very manageable bike for me. It was just starting to have the shoulder issues at that point and go into a heavier bike. I'm so happy I did because I got to experience the 1150, but as much as it paid me to sell it, my shoulder's coming on, which means I can have a look at all this sort of stuff. So yeah, life's just different, isn't it? I'd like to know, for anyone that's had a 690 Enduro, I've heard of a lot of people who are friends of mine that have had them. Have you had a CRF 300 Rally, gone to an Enduro 690 KTM, or gone the other way? They're the bikes I'm considering really. Adventure motorcycling, I want to try and get something just after the house move down to Somerset in April, ready for going on Salisbury, having some fun, doing the Norway trip with Dad as you do. So I just wanted to give a bit of an update really. Everyone as to current thinking and stuff like that and what's going on for those that are wondering yet. That is an RS125. I've probably in my bedroom. I've just been doing a bit of piano and thought I'll stick the camera on, touch base with everyone. Appreciate everyone that's decided to follow this little series. I know there's not a lot of riding going on at the moment. I'm in the middle of a house move, so yeah, and I've sold my main bike. So I'm going to try and get out on the NX 500, do some rides in the peaks just before the move, so there'll be some footage of that coming. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a video. These are my current thoughts. Honda CRF 300 Rally seems to tick 90% of the boxes. I just wish Honda had put lower fuel tanks on it. I think that would have transformed it. I can't understand them low plastics still. That's just one thing that's always bothered me with it. But, you know, no motorcycle is perfect, is it? Every single one's got its downside, pros, cons. So, yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Pop your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, I think CRF 300 Rally might be the way I go, really. All the KTM 690 Enduro are, I'm not decided yet. They're the two I'm thinking about. They're the two bikes I'm considering. I'm just going to see where I am money-wise in April, what I decide to do, what split I decide to spend it on. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's it up to now. Cheers everyone. Thanks.